Old souls versus young souls. This is a beautiful day in May of 2021, and we are very pleased to connect with you. Yes, life is good and getting better for you, our dear representatives on planet Earth, our dear Lightworkers. You have been living in strange times indeed, and it is these strange times, the great takedown of the devil, the elimination of corrupt evil, that you came to Earth to experience. Many of you, in your enthusiasm for taking part in the Great Awakening, the great expansion of planet Earth out of the low-vibrating negativity into the love vibration, many of you planned very difficult lives for yourselves. We recommended that you take on less, that you put fewer challenges in your life plan, for we thought that all the difficult events you arranged to navigate would be too much for you to handle. We have seen so many crack under the pressure of the great challenges that human life has given them. So many have committed suicide. So many have died from the illness and disease that the great stress they endured created. And you, dear hearts, you have done so well. It is remarkable indeed how well you have done. Trumpets are blaring, and champagne corks are popping in heaven in celebration of your success. Yes, life is good and getting better. How strange are the ways of the human world. Truly, the earthly experience is an inversion of the heavenly, the spiritual reality that is your true divine inheritance. And that is why lives lived on planet Earth are so valuable for the growth and expansion of souls in the spirit realm. Our souls, the aspect of us that is divine, the spark of God that ensconces itself in the human heart in order to experience physicality, in order to live the human life. Our souls come here gladly, willingly, to experience the deep darkness that life on planet Earth provides. For here God, source energy, has allowed the opposite of love to prevail. Yes, it is an illusion. Yes, Earth is a hologram, a sort of computer simulation. What we are living through on planet Earth is not real. It is a temporary aberration of the love vibration. It is an inversion of the heavenly divine reality of love. Yet it feels real enough to humanity, for we set this earthly experience up for ourselves, to have no memory of the great and powerful beings that we are, with no memory of our magnificent heavenly reality, with no knowledge of who and what we truly are. We came here to suffer and to overcome that suffering. There is no hell. Planet Earth is all the hell that there is, for here truly what is good is made out to be bad, and what is evil and bad is made out to be good. Every system of human life, of human government, has been perverted and corrupted. Government itself is a perversion, for the control of the few over the many is not a natural, not a heavenly way of being. Intimacy, which is a way of saying, into me see, intimacy is what human beings require for a healthy and a happy life. There is so much strife, so much dissension on planet Earth today, for we lack intimacy with each other. Communion and camaraderie have gone out the door. Division, duality, and separation rule our lives. This earthly experience, the life of a soul in a human body, is so powerful for growth in the love vibration because we have taken ourselves out of our natural, united, loving and supportive heavenly reality. In heaven, in the spirit realm, we are one. We are telepathic. We are united in our principles and understanding of each other. We are in such comfort, in such a glow of nurturing love, such a cloud of blissful serenity, that there is no push for expansion. And God, the electromagnetic energy that informs and empowers the physical realm, our God, our Creator longs for expansion, longs for knowledge of himself, and thirsts for intimate experience of the all that is, that he created. That is why he sent us, the cells in his body, the parts of himself that exploded into individuated existence with the Big Bang that created the material realm. That is why he sent us to planet Earth, to experience all that could be on this earthly realm. And so Earth is hell indeed, for here all is inverted, all is corrupted, all is a not preferred experience. Before we come to Earth, we plan our lives. As we have often said, we sit down with our soul family and our guides, and we decide what it is we wish to experience, what challenging events will provide us the negative, not preferred happenings that we are here to overcome. That is why we strongly say there are no accidents here on planet Earth. Each soul ensconced in a human body has its own life's path pre-planned. That is why acceptance and surrender are so important. On Earth we have free will. Free will does not mean that we can control the events that happen around us. These events we plan for ourselves in our life's plan, and they are therefore inevitable happenings. And so we ourselves put in place the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune that are our earthly experience. Free will means that it is our choice how to react to the negative and positive happenings around us. Free will means that we can choose to live from love, or we can choose to live from fear. Will we allow circumstances to control our feelings and put us into a fearful and negative state, or will we allow the love that we inherently truly are to surface and be preeminent in our lives? And will that love, that internal knowing of ourselves as divinity here on earth, having a human experience, will that love be able to break through the negative circumstances and give us peace and compassion and joy in our hearts, regardless of what is going on around us? Oh, our dear ones, our wonderful Lightworkers, you are old souls. All souls, all the billions and trillions of the aspects of God that you all are equal. Yet some, such as you, can be called old souls. For you have more experience of the material realm and the inverted, negative earthly reality than do your brethren. They can be called young souls, for they have more recently entered the material realm. Their souls are ensconced in their human heart, as is yours. In the heavenly sense, they are in every way identical to you. You are an integral part of each other and all that is. The only difference is that they have not had the multiple and many lifetimes that you have had. They are still in the early part of their human entrainment. They still have much to learn and much to experience before they can reach the state of grace, the state of ascension that you have achieved. They are as children, being taught how to live life. And since they have been given the ego, the desire for power and control, that is the hallmark of the human experience, they wish to exercise that power. That is what we are here for. We are here to experience the interplay of the ego and the spirit. We must let the ego win before we realize that we do not prefer for the ego to win. Yes, power and control, corruption, the grasping for money, the conspicuous consumption that is such an important part of the ego's thought system. Yes, that is so desired by the ego. It is by the negative experience of having power or lacking power, of having abundance in things or lacking abundance in things, that we grow ourselves. For we find eventually that power, control over our brethren, and the acquisition of earthly things are not what we desire. Truly, deeply, these lead to separation, duality, and away from intimacy. And intimacy is what we long for in this human life. We long to be seen and heard by each other. We long for communion and camaraderie. We so need to share our stories with our brethren and to be listened to by them. You cannot be the light and hold another in darkness, and there is no reason to do so, for all are divine souls having a human experience, making mistakes to learn what they prefer and don't prefer. You, dear Lightworkers, dear high-vibrating brethren, you have eaten of the tree of good and evil, and so you have knowledge, and you can therefore see how humanity is programmed, and you can avoid that programming. Those still asleep do not know how evil indoctrinates them, how corrupt systems manipulate them, how the agenda of the evil ones is forced upon them by the corrupt news sources, the fake news. As the Bible says, "My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge." And so, be patient with your still sleeping brethren. They are still in the entrainment stage of their earthly experience. You coded yourself to awaken at this time of ascension. They will also awaken when they are ready, when they have lived many human lives and learnt greater love from the experience. Planet Earth travels through the universe in cycles. We are at this time at the end of a cycle. The precession of the equinox, as it is called, has completed another cycle. And the Earth is dividing. Timelines are separating. So those who have advanced their learning enough, those who are more than 50% service to others, those souls will now leave their earthly, negative, third-dimensional fear entrainment behind and move into the new fifth-dimensional Earth. And you, our dear one, are one of those souls that are moving up and into a new and all-encompassing loving vibration. There is a great pantomime playing out around us, a great stage play of politicians wielding their power, of military might, threats of disease and death, where the good and the bad actors are vying against each other for the allegiance of humankind. As we raise our frequency, as we move out of the fear vibration, we see the big picture of what is happening. We see how the events, the chaos around us, are playing out to reveal the corruption. We see how the so-called news, the information that the corrupt ones provide us, is aimed at controlling us, is aimed at putting us into fear. We see how human behavior is manipulated and maneuvered by the words that are spoken by our media. See the result, and you know the agenda of the dark ones. The corruption is coming to the light. The manipulation is becoming very evident to those who are ready to see it. Many of your sleeping brethren are not yet ready to see the big picture. They have many more lifetimes to live and much more to experience before they are ready to leave the planet Earth environment. So be in joy, our dear ones. Now that you are largely relieved of the burden of worry and concern, choose joy, choose joy, choose joy, and then again, choose joy. Follow your highest excitement. What is it that you so enjoy doing that you happily, joyfully lose yourself in the now moment? What is it that gets you so involved with the doing of it that you lose track of time? Time will no longer be in the new higher dimension of love that you're moving into. Time will no longer be, for you are moving into an environment where you will naturally do what gives you joy. And so you will move from now moment to now moment in the fascination of truly being in love with life, in love with all you do. Yes, life is good and getting better. Revel in your newly found joy. Rest in the heartfelt connection you are finding with your high-vibrating brethren. This light, giddy, dizzy, happy feeling is the new you, dear ones. You have lived the human life. You have experienced the hero's journey that is the planet Earth experience, from fear to love. And the wonder of it is that the best is yet to come. Yes, indeed, the best is yet to come. That was Aita, channeling her higher self. We are blessed beings, indeed.